Hey everybody, Chris here, U-Joint Off-Road. Sorry about the rain, but it's going to be raining all day, and this guy's picking up his van today. So, this is an interesting one. We've had it here about a year. This is a fix-it job. It was an extremely elaborate fix-it job. So, I don't even know where to start, honestly. The owner's out of Wisconsin. He shipped it to a guy in Texas to build it, and if you're in the Facebook groups and all that stuff in the van world, you've probably come across the guy. I'm not going to say his name, but let's say he's an extremely overconfident builder out of Texas. He had the van for several years. Didn't make a ton of progress. He just managed to hack it up really bad. Customer contacted me, said, hey, I need help. You're probably the only one that can actually help with this project and get this thing done. So I said, sure, let's send it. So we got it. It sat here for a little while before we had time to mess with it. Then we finally got it on the rack and proceeded to fix all the hack. The front frame horns were just completely mangled. We had to rebuild those. I posted a lot of details as we made progress on this thing back in the day, but I don't even know if I still have the pictures now. But yeah, we had to basically rebuild the front frame horns, recreate the bumper mounts. Got those done. Then we were able to convert it to our 6-inch four-wheel drive system. It had the correct axles in it, so we took the axles out and did a full rebuild on them. They were not built. They were just kind of cobbled together and put in there. I think when the customer said, hey, I want my van, I'm coming to get my van, they just kind of cobbled it together just to get it mobile. They had also done a bunch of engine work. The engine was not complete. It showed up not running. A bunch of parts were missing off the engine. Most of the parts were in the van, so we were able to use those, but we had to source a few things to get the engine running. Then we found out the wiring was all jacked up, which I don't know if it was from that builder or not. There was a bunch of issues with the transmission wiring. So a lot of back and forth on that, a lot of time spent isolating the wires. Finally got that resolved, which took a bit of time. And yeah. So this particular builder, years ago, he's one of those guys who's just a U-joint hater, and they're out there. And I've dealt with them over the years, and they usually just disappear. But this guy was pretty persistent with his dislike of the way we do it and our pricing. So at one point, he, was vocal about us, U-joint, having a how did he say it? I can't remember. He either said they've got I don't know. He basically said we're about to have some serious competition, or about to get a run for our money. And I've heard that many times. 99.999% of the time it never happens. So fast forward a couple years, and of course I had not gotten a run for my money, and he emailed me asking me for a kit. So I said, hey man, no, I really don't want to sell a kit to you. Thought you were doing your own thing, so I'd like to respectfully decline to sell you parts. And that really pissed him off. So then he went on this whole rant about how he's going to open source a four-wheel drive conversion kit and show you how you can make your van four-wheel drive for like $1,500 and blah, blah, blah. That hasn't happened either. So here we are. The good news, the happy ending, is this guy's van is ready to go. It's drivable. It's fully functional. It's got a proper suspension under it. And that's it. So it's got our 6-inch kit on 35-inch Yokohama Geolandar XATs. We took his existing axle and built it to our Stage 2 specs. Cleaned up the frame, made it look nice. Single Fox 2.0. It had an electric shift T-case in it. We got rid of that and swapped it out for a manual shift, since we don't play with the electric shifts. Here's a good shot of the front end. We did just throw some bumpers on here for him. It didn't have bumpers when it came in. We had some old takeoff bumpers that we threw on there. So yeah, 271. Then we got the drive shafts done out back. It had a Sterling in it when it came in, so we pulled it out, finished prepping it, and then built it to Stage 2 spec. It's got some overload airbags, and that's really it. Not a lot of extras. The whole point of this thing being here was just to get it functional and make sure it wasn't going to just become a scrap project, because I think that's where it was headed. So it is a 7.3. I think it's a 2002. 2001 or 2002. Turned out good. It definitely threw us some curveballs. I don't plan on taking on a job like this again. but I've said that before. So yeah, he's picking it up today, and gonna put some miles on it. Man, this thing threw us so many curveballs. It was definitely not an easy job. So, thanks for watching as always. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook if you don't already. And you got any questions, leave them in the comments. Or shoot me an email, chris@ujoinoffroad.com. We've got all our parts and all our kits listed there. And have a good day. See you, bye.